Hey, welcome to Old Ass Movie Reviews. Today's review, I was going to say isn't that old, but yeah, 2009. Damn.
Yeah, right.
2009 from Walt Disney Studios, we have The Princess and the Frog. This is one of my favorite fairy tale Disney
Yeah,
animations. Uh, this one is we all know the story of The Princess and the Frog, but this is a nice little twist on it when
yeah,
our princess ends up turning into a frog and has to dig deeper and find love. And
yeah,
I love this movie. That's it. That's the review. Watch it. I love it.
yeah. Just in case anybody is new to the channel or
We're
isn't
gonna
used
spoil
to
it.
Scott and I, we spoil every movie that we watch. We try not to, but just about every movie. This is one of those movies that I went into with trepidation, and only
Mhm.
reason being is that it was whenever Disney started getting really, really politically correct. And I was afraid that going into this movie, it was going to be super politically correct. And it's just a good story.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It's just a good story. They didn't push any agenda in this movie. It's probably one of the last movies I think Disney did for a very long time that I feel like they didn't push
Mhm.
any agenda at all. They just told the story and told a good story.
It's a
And
great story.
That's what Lasseter did really well was make sure personal opinions were out. Give me a good script, give me good animators, give me the best voice talent you can get. Let's do this. And that's what they did. The basic story is there's a young girl brought up by her mother and father. The dad's dream is to open a restaurant. They do like a time jump where she's working at restaurants and she's saving her pennies. She's got her canisters full of money and she's getting ready to make her down payment. She is also best friends with the richest girl in Louisiana.
Yeah.
They've been friends since they were little kids. They really established that really well.
Yes, they did.
She's being invited to their party, but also she makes these, I forgot what they were called, these little cakes.
Beignets.
She needed money for the down payment. The friend and her dad hear this and basically say, well, we love these, as a daughter does. Why don't you make a bunch of these and bring them? Daddy,
Like
pay them.
500.
And, yeah, make 500, daddy, pay her, and
I
leaves.
love Charlotte.
That gives her all the money she needs for the down payment for her new restaurant. So this friend is very friend, like she just loves her like a sister. So jump forward at the party. There's an accident. She gets dirty. The what was the girl's name?
Well,
The
the
princess.
Lottie and
Yeah,
Tiana.
Jennifer Cody voiced the character of Charlotte LeBeau. Uh,
I
and
love this
Charlotte
character
takes.
so much, dude. This
She was
I gotta
so
I gotta
over the top.
I well that this is what I gotta talk about for a moment. When you see her, this movie to me just screams classic Disney, the animation.
Yes,
All
yes.
the way down to Naveen's butler. Oh my God, we've seen that character so much.
Oh my God.
Uh,
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
drawings and Lottie, oh my God, she reminds me. It's classic Disney all the way with her over the top portrayal and character.
Mhm.
But you hit on something that was neat between these two. They are friends all the way through this movie,
Yeah.
and
I
and
kept expecting.
because that's how we so much media is shown to us with the friends are going to come to blows and they're going to fight
Mhm.
over this man.
Right.
No, they don't.
No.
Charlotte just wants the best for Tiana, and Tiana just wants the best for Charlotte, and it's a
Yeah.
beautiful. There's a beautiful moment with this, and it's like this is a sweet movie, man.
Yeah. The payout is so good. But the funny thing is that the one Charlotte, she wants to marry Prince. The prince is in town. He's invited to the party. She leaves the room. Tiana's out. And she just basically mumbling to herself. There's a frog sitting on the balcony. She's looking at the frog. She's like, "Well, if I kiss you, would you turn into a prince?" And the guy's already been turned into a frog, so he
Yeah,
answers. He's like, "Well, there's no way to tell unless you try to kiss me." And she
yeah.
freaks out. She's trying to kill this freaking frog because it's talking. Jump forward. She's finally like, okay. He talks her into giving him a kiss. Like, you are a princess. You give me a kiss. He sees the tiara, so he's just assuming she's a princess. She kisses him. Well, because she's not a princess, she gets turned into a frog too. And then their adventure in the swamp. The guy who started all this, Fessier,
Yeah,
he sends
the
out the
Shadow
Shadow
Man.
Man. The Shadow Man sends out his shadow people to go catch him, and it's just the whole story through the swamp and the creatures and the animals that they meet in the
Oh, I
swamp.
love him. Raymond the Firefly, who's in
Raymond,
love with Evangeline. Oh,
Evangeline. Oh,
yeah.
that is such a sweet story, man. It's
Oh man,
so dumb, but it's so sweet.
no.
I
And
think I
so
broke my tooth.
I have to talk about this right here because the writers obviously studied Louisiana culture, dialect, and
Yeah,
the way people speak. I promise you, this is very accurate. This is where my wife
mhm,
grew up in that area.
right.
I've met her family. They talk just like Raymond. So it it's like I hear it. It's like, oh, that's real. And they make
Yeah,
jokes that only people in Louisiana would make because they make a joke of something like, oh, we're from far away, and Raymond's what? Or we're from
Shreveport. Oh,
Shreveport,
I'm
and there's
not from
always a joke.
Shreveport.
Yeah, because Shreveport to Louisianans isn't part of Louisiana. For the
Right.
Cajuns, it's not part of it. No, it's
Yeah.
you're Arkansas or whatever.
Yeah.
So that
Exactly.
so they made local jokes there. So it was really good, great music.
Oh, the
But this,
music.
yes,
The Zydeco, when they start going into the Zydeco, that's freaking phenomenal.
yeah. So that it's really a fun movie, but it tells a tale that, like we said, could have went a different way.
Yeah.
However, it was refreshing. This is a fun watch. This is only like the third or fourth time maybe I've seen it. It's been a
Right.
long time. But I didn't mean to cut you off on your tail. But yes, when they
No,
go
no.
when they go see that. But this is what's neat about it
Mama
is
Odie.
Mama Odie. Yes, I love Mama Odie. She's speaking the real truth throughout this movie.
Yeah.
And this is what you already hit on it. Prince Naveen can only be turned back human if he kisses a princess.
Right. And I love,
So what a neat way to end it.
yeah. What
A
an original
loophole.
way to end it.
Yeah.
Because you're
So
happy already. You're already happy that it's ending the way it is. And
yeah.
then it gets better.
And we'll go ahead and spoil it. What happens with Tiana and Naveen? They end up falling in love as frogs, and it's
Right.
really cute. And throughout this whole adventure, and I really hated that Raymond died, but it's sweet that he joins Evangeline up there in the
Yeah.
sky.
But
That was
that
a neat,
ending when the clouds
yeah.
clear and his star is right next to
The
hers, it's like
Firefly funeral.
oh,
Oh my
they
God.
all knew. Oh, that was sad. The
I was like, wow,
Firefly
Disney,
funeral.
you bastards. You're
Yeah.
killing me with a Firefly funeral.
And that's the great thing about Land. He knows how to tell a story. He knows the timing. He knows how to pace it, and he knows how to get that tear.
Hmm?
He knows when to make it happen. And son of a bitch, he does it. Every time Ramon dies and they're doing the funeral, I get a tear in my eye.
Yeah. How can you
I'm man
not?
enough to admit it.
How can you not? No, it's a sweet movie and with such a happy ending. They fall in love and Tiana marries Naveen as a frog. Mama Odie
Right,
officiates. And so now that they're married, she's now a princess because she married a prince. They
right.
kiss and poof, back to human.
Back to being human again. And she opens her restaurant.
She
I
opens,
like
and it's not Tiana's place, it's Tiana's palace. There was an upgrade
oh
from what her
that's
dreams
right.
were.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
oh,
right, it is.
nice. It was very subtle. It's like, I see that. Cool.
What I like is the only you have the Shadow Man, who is of course is the
Great
villain.
character.
He's dealing with demons. He's dealing with the devil. He's dealing with the spiritual world of,
He's in
of
debt.
of evil. And yes, and he's in debt, and he's trying to get out of
Yeah.
debt from them. But that's the main villain. Boy, what a great design!
Oh,
And I
wonderful. Wonderful.
freaking Keith David.
Oh, well,
I
he's already
didn't realize it
had
was
that
him doing
voice.
that voice.
I didn't
I had
either
no
until I looked
idea
at the
that was him
credits.
doing the voice. So I'm really impressed. And the music, like you said, the
Oh,
shadow
amazing.
play, because
Oh, that was
I
cool.
said to Kat, I said, if they had shadows, if you were doing a live action movie, you could do those shadows without CGI, without anything. You could still have people in front of the lights on the
Hmm.
walls, you know. You just have to learn how to move and where to move. I said, and that would be terrifying. You could make a black and white movie like with shadow play, like they did in this animated movie, and it would be terrifying because these things are
Yeah.
they're scary.
Yeah,
I
they're
could see a little
scary.
kid looking at this and just going, Jesus, you
Well,
know, pulling up
that's
their
one
blanket.
thing. Disney's villains are wonderful because they're scary.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
always make a point to make them so scary, and I love it. I love it. This and that's what here's 2009 movie with such a classic Disney vibe and feel and
yeah,
look, and it's like they had the formula. They went back to the well that would
yep,
always provide, and look at what they got. So
yep. And they did it, and they did it in a positive manner. The only other two bad guys that weren't villains per se were the bankers.
oh yes,
Those two jerks, and I
oh
love how they wind up at the end whenever she's giving her she's got all her canisters of money pushing them, and they're like, we don't know, and here comes the gator, just growling at them,
I
and
love
they're like, oh,
Lewis.
here's paperwork, go ahead and sign it. That was freaking great.
Yeah, and the alligator, all he wanted to do was play jazz on a riverboat.
Yeah, he just
And they
wanted to
thought he
play
was
jazz
he,
with the
they thought
big
he was in a
boys.
costume and he went and played and I love it. That's just it. This movie's just fun. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fun. And it's
I was really happy that they didn't have Charlotte and the dad be jerks
I know
like so many other movies of that time,
because you're
and
expecting
even
it.
of especially now would
Yeah.
have had. But that wasn't the point of those two characters. Those two characters love Tiana.
Yeah.
They're good friends. And what's funny is he's talking to Tiana in the restaurant. He's like, "Oh, becoming the king of the parade was a big surprise for the fifth year in a row."
Yeah.
And he just laughs about it because he's the richest guy in town.
And he
He
knows it, but he's
owns
not an
basically
asshole.
the state at that point. And he's
Yeah.
not an ant. Yeah, he's not a jerk.
And
You
what
know,
who
everybody
better
likes him.
who better to cast than John Goodman for that?
Well, that boy, and he did such a good accent too.
Yeah.
He
And
really
it
did.
and it, well and I think up until recently he may still live in Louisiana, but he was in New Orleans for a long
Really, I
time.
didn't know
Oh yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
Oh
think he
yeah, okay,
recently
that
sold his
explains it.
house. Um, yeah, I think he bought. I was reading it was Trent Reznor's house or something like that, and had remodeled the mansion or something. So
Really
yeah, yeah, he'd been down there for quite a long time.
nice.
So yeah, and just when you see that character like that, I mean, John Goodman isn't nearly as big as when we were growing up watching. I mean,
No, no,
physically big as watching Roseanne. He was a very large man. He's of course
yeah,
come down, but when you see the character that he was playing in this, it's like, well, it's obviously John Goodman.
yeah. You're
It's
like that's John Goodman with a
it's
mustache.
perfect. He just has such a great delivery. He's just so soft. He's just a
And
great actor in that.
animators did such a great job. And the character design for Tiana, I gotta say, is probably one of the most beautiful princess Disney princesses
Yeah,
that, that I've ever seen designed. She's not the same, and it's not just skin color. She is not the exact same as the rest of the Disney princesses. You look at Cinderella, you look at Snow White. They are, of course, physically white, but her design, her physical, her body design, her body type is a little bit different. And I was
it
like,
is
that's
different.
actually really cool. Her color scheme is way different
Hmm.
as far as like the colors that she's wearing, but from the green skin to her clothes on when she's working
It's
at the
green. Yeah,
restaurant, the whole nine yards. It's like like you said, they picked all the great stuff and somebody went, this is what makes a Disney movie. Be very careful. Blow on
yeah,
it, make it burn. Just keep going. You know, we can fan those flames. And this thing didn't just flame, it exploded.
yeah.
And within 20 minutes of watching this for the first time, I was in love with the movie. I was in love with the story. I was eager to see where it was going and how it was going to end. Because I didn't see it ending the way it ended the first time I
Right.
saw it. That was actually a shock ending for me,
Yeah.
which maybe we shouldn't have ruined for everybody. But hey, that's so fun. I
Look,
warned you. I
it's
already
old.
warned you.
It's old, and you know what? It's okay if you know the ending. It's still a great movie. It's
It's it's how they get there.
Yeah.
and it's really well told. And all the characters that they meet on the way, the three frog leg guys that are trying to capture the frogs. How many
Well,
guys?
there's your typical Disney hillbillies.
Yeah,
It
but
was
you know
like
what?
they were
Tell me
reskinned
you
for
haven't met
cages.
a guy or
I
two
know.
like that when you're in Louisiana or in where
Yeah,
we live.
exactly. But that's just it. That's another character design that I've seen so much
Oh
in
yeah,
Disney.
yeah,
It's
I
like,
see what
oh
you mean.
my
Yeah,
God, it's great. Yes,
they
like the
use it in the
butler and that.
Aristic. They use it
Yes.
in the Aristocats. They use it in the 101 Dalmatians.
Hmm.
They use those character designs, that archetype of
Yeah.
the villain's henchman,
Yeah.
very well. And
Yeah.
that's
This just hit, like I said, went right to the formula and nailed it. It's
and it wasn't like any other movie. That's
no,
the thing that I really love about this movie.
it's an original story
It's an original story. It is loosely based on The Princess and the Frog,
with a
but
twist.
it is an original story. It's in a timeless era. It's in the 30s,
Hmm.
maybe the 20s. Not sure. I'll say in the late 20s, early 30s
Yeah,
when this movie
that felt about
takes
right.
place,
Yeah.
which is all right thinking. If you're at Louisiana at that point, that's how it was
Hmm.
from what I've read. Now I've not time traveled yet, so I'm only going by what I've read. And it's the background art, the
Oh, dude,
character designs,
let's
just
talk a minute about the art. The water when they're in the swamp. It is some
oh
of the most
man,
beautifully drawn water I think I've ever seen. They
nobody
just
does it like
nailed it.
Disney.
Oh my God, it was
Nobody does it like
gorgeous.
Disney.
Yeah,
Even when
the firefly funeral was beautiful and sad.
Yeah, that when I was just going to say when they put the boat down and the
Yeah.
leaf
Oh,
and push it off, it's
beautiful
that's
animation
heartbreaking. That is absolutely heartbreaking, folks. Be prepared to have a tear in your eye
for a firefly.
for a firefly for a certain time. I'm trying to get the accent right. Somebody got my tooth. He talked like this, and well,
Oh,
everybody
shit, they
told me
got my
don't go
tooth,
down there.
yeah.
Go down there, don't time day.
Yeah.
But boy, he was hurting those shadow creatures. He
Yeah.
fired up his light and he was doing some damage. It was really cool to see that for
He
his
had such heart.
character.
He had such heart.
I thought he was a lot bigger than he was. But that
Yeah.
ending is and when Shadow Man does what he does, it's just like the when I first saw that, I was like, oh my God.
What killed me is Lewis the alligator holding him, and just the way he's trying to deliver it is like, oh my God, he's gonna cry.
When he shows up and he sees them,
Yeah.
you're
Oh.
like, what did Shadow Man do? Well, you know what
Oh
Shadow Man did, but to see, you're like, oh my God. I never saw that in a Disney movie.
no,
So
no.
again, a nice twist. You're just like, holy, Shadow Man's a really bad. He is a
Great villain. Great
bad
villain.
guy. And they better never make a movie about Shadow Man when he was a good guy and how great it is. And it's everybody else's fault in the city of New Orleans that he is as bad as he is because,
I
he
like
was.
those stories,
I
dude.
hate those stories.
I
I hate
like to
them.
see a twist. It's fine.
I don't mind a twist, but they've overdone it. I'm
That's
sorry.
fair.
The
That's
lady
fair.
with the 101 Dalmatians, she's an evil bitch.
Yeah.
She's always been an evil bitch.
Uh-huh.
There is no making her a nice lady and
They don't.
showing that it's somebody else's fault.
They don't. I didn't get that when I watched. I loved Cruella. I thought it was a well done movie. So I hey,
But that's me. I
that's
hate
you.
any Disney live action remake.
I thought it was pretty good. I haven't watched any other live action things because I
Mhm.
don't want to see them. I don't need to see Beauty and the Beast or The Jungle Book or
Right.
Lion King or any of these things done live. You've already done it. You've done it in the perfect medium that is timeless.
Just re-release the original.
There
If
you go.
this movie's ever released at a theater and I can get to it, I'm going to go see it because I would
Yeah,
love to see it on the big screen.
I would too.
Disney's lost their way there. I hope somebody comes in and says, "Hey, let's just start doing this again. We have theaters that we can do this in. Let's
Let's
just
start
start
kicking
doing
out
it
the movies. Let's
every
start doing
7
going
years
back.
like they used to. Just every 7 years re-release it." I
Yeah.
saw Bambi at the theater. It's freaking
Yeah.
great. Like wow, I've never seen it that big before. I don't know, I was probably in my 20s, 30s when I
Yeah.
saw it. But it was like, wow, that's way different to see Bambi's mom get shot on the big screen.
Yeah, I saw a showing of Snow White at one point in the theater, and that was
Oh, really?
terrifying, terrifying. As a
Love to
kid,
have seen that.
it
See,
was
that's
scary.
what they need to just come up with, like movies and just start re-releasing them. Start from
Yeah,
the
I
very
agree.
beginning. Start with Snow White. We did a
Yeah,
really crappy movie. We are so sorry. We are so sorry about the. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. We're going to re-release Walt's original. Here you go. Thanks, guys,
yeah,
for understanding.
and not because we do this every time we do Disney, so not to stretch out another long ass rant,
Go
but
ahead.
this is a perfect example of doing something new and it works instead of let's
Yes.
take something that worked and let's screw it up.
Yeah.
Let's change it and make a political message out of it to screw
On
it up
purpose.
instead of just re-releasing. And
Mhm.
hey, here's somebody that said we've never done the Frog Prince. Let's do a
Yeah.
take on it. Let's do a Disney take on it. And there it
Yeah.
was, something new, something original. There's so many fairy tales out there, or just make a new one. I don't have a problem with that.
Exactly. And the thing is, now they keep remaking their movies, and they're, in my opinion, live actions are terrible to do this to. I have heard good things about um, Stitch, Lilo and Stitch,
No, really.
but I've also heard that they ended it the wrong way. And I'm like, well, if you're going to go through all that and then end it,
Why would you change it if
why
all
would
you're
you
doing
change
is
it? But okay, that's. But my point that I'm really trying to make is they're spending millions,
yeah,
possibly hundreds of millions of dollars per live action crappy movie
which is ridiculous.
that I don't know. I don't know whether they've made their money on any of them. I know they lost their ass on Snow White.
Well, I'm sure
There's no
because
way they're ever going to
I haven't
make
even
that
heard
money
anything
back.
about it. Did it actually come out?
Yeah,
See,
exactly. It came out, um, but they would just make money if they released the movies they already own. You're not paying to have animators animate anymore because they're done. You've already made your money on them anyway. So at this
yeah,
point, re-releasing them isn't going to cost you that much to put them in the theater.
no,
And I'll tell you right now, you would make money. I don't
I
know how
think so.
much, but I know you'd make a lot of money per movie
Well,
every time you.
and we talked about this last time, and anytime we do Disney movies, and I was talking with a coworker today about how we said last week that what happened to the Sunday night everybody get together,
Right.
watch the Disney movie. And he's like, "Oh my God, I hadn't thought about that in forever. How, the everybody got together and you got a
Right.
good movie with a good message right here.
Right.
This movie is got it. Mama Odie,
Mhm.
dig a little deeper.
Yeah.
And
She
that
kept
was a
telling
great
them what
bit.
they need. Find out
Yeah.
what you need, what
They
you
they
want.
thought they knew what they needed, but
Yeah.
she was like, "No, no, it's not." And it's right in front. We the watchers see the two frogs fall in love and it's beautiful.
I love when Mama Odie's talking to Tiana's going through the whole spiel. They're doing the music,
Yeah.
sequence with her. And then Mama Odie walks up to her and says, "Do you get it? Do you get it, child? You know what you need? You know what you got to do?" She's like, "Yeah, Mama Odie, I got to dig a little deeper. Yes, you do. I got to do a little more. Yeah, you do. That means I got to go work harder. I got to work more. I got to stay
You're
late."
like,
And
no.
Mama Odie's like, "No, you missed the whole point of what I'm trying to teach you."
Great lesson in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good flick. Good flick.
Yeah. For me, I can't think of anything bad to say about it. The directors were Ron Clements, and John Musker. The writers were Ron Clements, John Musker, and Greg Erb. I'll go through the voices real quick, and then we can give our final.
That sounds good.
Anika Nani Rose was Tiana. Now she looks familiar in this picture that's on
She
IMDb,
does. She does.
but I can't place
But
her. I'm
take a
sorry.
look. I mentioned this earlier. Take a look at her and look
Yeah,
at her animation. I said Bruno Campos as Prince
yeah.
Naveen looks like Prince Naveen. Jennifer Cody, Charlotte as
And
Charlotte
the
looks like
animators will
Charlotte.
do that.
And it's
They'll
like
go in and watch the actors do the track
John
laydowns.
Goodman was John Goodman.
Yeah, and they'll start taking those characters and
And Keith
redesigning them a
David
little bit.
didn't have
Keith David
exactly
is
the face,
definitely
but the
when
voice.
when you look at his smile,
Yes, you're
that's
right. You're right
that's
with the
Shadow
tooth.
Man's smile. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is definitely Shadow Man's smile. So Keith David was Shadow Man. Oprah Winfrey was Adora, and I think that was the mom,
I
Eudora.
think so. Yeah,
Bruno Campos was Prince Naveen.
yeah.
Michael Leon Woolley was Lewis. That was the Gator.
Oh, yes.
That's so funny. Jennifer Cody was Charlotte LeBeau. Jim Cummings was Ray Raymond. But the funny thing is with Jim Cummings, do you know what other voice Jim Cummings is
Why does
famous?
he sound so familiar? No, I do not. Tell us, Dave.
I'm just a little black rain cloud floating over the honey tree.
No.
Pooh Bear.
Oh,
Winnie the
oh,
Pooh.
oh
He's
my.
been Winnie the Pooh for years.
Oh, well, look
Uh,
at that.
Peter Bartlett was Lawrence, and I think Lawrence was the butler. Jennifer Lewis was Mama Odie, who
Yeah.
they did not make Mama Odie look anything like her.
They did not. That was one where they didn't. They didn't. But
Terrence,
um,
go ahead.
no, I don't know who Terrence. How I don't remember who James
Terrence Howard
was.
was James.
Uh, so
I'm trying to think of who James was. I don't know. And then John Goodman was Big Daddy LeBeau.
that see the interaction of Charlotte when the way God, I just love that character so much. I thought it was done so well, and she just put the right behind the voice.
Oh yeah, and they drew her like the character design of Charlotte
You
kept
know who?
making you think that she was going to do something bad. Maybe not terrible, maybe not evil, but kind of double cross because she was designed familiarly, familiar,
Yeah,
hard word that I can't say, to look enough like one of the evil stepsisters and kind of act like an evil stepsister uh, adjacent
yeah.
to where you kept thinking she's gonna do something. She's
Well,
gonna do something because she's greedy. She's gonna do something because she's this. But all of her, everything that you think of a rich person, you're like, well, she's kind of self-centered. She's kind of this. She's kind of that. That all fell to the wayside because she had a big heart. She
and
just
they
wanted
made
to
a
help.
point to show
She
that.
was, yeah, she was trying to help everybody in town.
Yeah,
She loved her dad. She loved her friend. She was never gonna hurt anybody. If anything she did was gonna
yeah,
hurt somebody, that would have broke that child.
yeah.
That would have broke Charlotte. If she ever did something that hurt uh, um, the princess Tiana, she
Well,
that
they
would have
made
killed her.
they did a really good job of showing their friendship, and
Exactly.
but because of the way people are and the cynicism that we have of living today, we
Right.
assume that Charlotte is going to be all upset. There's going to be some crazy ass love triangle, and we're going to have a
Right. Right.
reality TV with frogs. And it's just like that wasn't there. None of that was there.
Yeah.
It was like friendship all the way through. And
She starts kissing the frog to try and get him to come back to be human so her friend can have her boyfriend. So
which
to
was
break the
great.
spell on the girlfriend. And he's got
But
lipstick
she
all
wasn't a
over,
princess.
and he's a frog, and he just said, and he breaks the fourth wall because he looks like directly at the camera.
Yes,
Like, can you believe this?
yes.
This
That I
ain't
do remember
working.
that. It's like, oh, look at that. They broke the fourth wall. Yep.
So
It
that
was
was really
good.
funny.
Yeah,
But I say, if you are an old school Disney fan, watch this movie.
absolutely.
It is fantastic. Yeah, it's one of I did pick up, I think, on one or two little spots for computer animation,
Hmm.
and that's
I'm
only
sure this is
because
blended, but it's beautiful.
yeah, it's blended really well, except in one spot. And I think the only reason I ever picked it up last night was because it's a 4K version, and it's
Ah,
so clean that it
it's super clean. Yeah,
popped out when if you would have just watched it on a lower res, it would have been fine. It would have been like,
right,
oh, okay, got it. You would have missed it because I never noticed it until last night. And I'm
right.
not going to say where it happens, but
See,
it
I
is a
didn't catch
spot
it,
that
so I'm sure.
And I was
Really.
just like, wow, that's odd. I never noticed that before. But it didn't really take me out. It only took me out for a moment, and then I went back in with no problem. But that's, I think, like I said, because it was too highly res, too
Yeah,
highly cleaned
probably.
up.
Yeah, no, if I watch something to upscale, because that's what happened when we did Mary Poppins, I put it in my
Right.
4K player and it upscaled that 480p DVD all the way to 2000 and something whatever,
Ah,
and it looked like a home video, and it was almost three-dimensional. I was like, oh, this is
yeah,
the weirdest looking thing I have ever seen. I ain't watching this shit. Let me put you in the old
yeah.
player.
I did some settings on I think it's the TV I got now, where you can actually upscale and have
Yeah,
it adjusted. And Kat and I one time watched, I think I've said this before, The Wizard of Oz. We popped it in, the thing comes on, and it was just like you said, it was like
yeah,
two,
you got
three
to turn that shit
dimensional.
off.
Everything
Yeah,
was popping out. I was like, holy shit. I like after about 5 minutes, I looked over, I said, I can't watch this.
no,
This is too much. She's like, neither can I. And this is like her favorite movie. Wizard of Oz is like
yeah,
a go-to for my old lady. So I was like, okay, I got back in. I would never be able to set these adjustments higher now if I tried. It would take me a month to figure out how to do it.
it's
But I was
easy
kind
now
of
that they
that's
they
kind of
have.
techie then,
Yeah,
but so I could get in and just figure it out. But man, I had to really knock
yeah.
that back down to normal.
There's a setting that they come defaulted with that causes that high upscale resolution, and it
Man.
looks absolutely horrible. It's great in sports, but if you
Oh
watch a
yeah.
movie or a TV show, it takes you out of it so damn fast.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you got to turn that off on every damn TV now. And it's like, I went to my parents and I about started screaming trying to watch a movie. It's like, I can't do this. This is not right. This doesn't look right. So
This
I
is just
adjust the
wrong.
TVs. Yeah, it's a crime against humanity. My take on this movie, I've said it several times. This is definitely a classic Disney
Yes.
formula. It looks beautiful. It's got great songs, great message, great characters. Do yourself a
Yeah.
favor and watch it. So,
And
absolutely.
and that's coming from me too. I say yes, we'll watch this movie. If you can find a used version of it, buy it. And the only reason I say that is because don't give Disney any of your money until they earn it back. They haven't earned it back yet.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So,
Um,
folks, if you like to
it's
hear two old guys bitch and moan about Disney, we got more coming your way. So, definitely tune in next week for some
I I
surprises.
think we're both going to be pleasantly surprised with the last movie that we're doing. I don't want to name it yet. With the last movie that we're going to do, have
Been a
you ever
long
seen it?
time. Yes, a long time ago.
Yeah, okay. Um, and then next time is Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Yes.
So that's
So,
I love
yeah.
that movie.
Anyway. So, we will be watching another classic Disney. So, be sure and join us. And if you like our podcast, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, and we will catch you next week. Peace.